The investigation on the mysterious bunker has finally been solved. Because if you have not seen a Fortnite theory video I made, I put out 3 possible candidates of who could be on the other side of the bunker's doors in the outskirts of Grand Glacier. The first one was the Wanderer, but I ruled him out because I found out the guy just stares at people in the distance, confirmed by many NPCs around the island. The second one was Magneto, the master of magnetism. I partially ruled him out. The reason I partially ruled him out is because there are 2 reasons. The first one is that we can find him in Brawl's Battleground, and I'll get to the second one later because I don't want to spoil anything. And the third one was Dr. Sloan, but I ruled her out because I went back to the bunker and I saw 3 claw marks, which made me shocked to make me figure out who's actually in there. And it was all thanks to Magneto's quest that came out today. Because we found out that Magneto destroyed the doors of the bunker. I mean, you can actually see the aftermath when you go there. And when you go inside the bunker itself, you find out that this place is no other than a Weapon X lab. That's right, the person who's been knocking on the other side of the door was no other than Wolverine himself. And it actually makes sense. I mean, Wolverine has been known to be called as Weapon X. So you can actually go inside the lab, but you can find that Wolverine broke out of his tube, and also you can find a banana peel, which I guess Peely was involved. Which I don't know why he was experimented on, but I'm guessing they thought he was a mutant or something. Because if you know anything about the Marvel Comics, which does involve the X-Men, including with Magneto and Wolverine, these people were known as mutants. People who have extraordinary abilities. But in the eyes of the public, they're known as dangerous. Because people see them as, well, potential dangerous villains, like threats. They see them as villains, not actual citizens of society, which is messed up. It means everything about the X-Men is messed up when it involves like the public trying to get rid of the mutants. I mean, they even built the Sentinels to even try to kill them, which again, it's messed up. But that you can really change people's perspective of the mutants, especially Wolverine and Magneto. And it actually makes sense why Magneto would even break Wolverine out of the doors of the bunker. Because Wolverine was known as Weapon X. And the company known as Weapon X Facility was trying to kidnap Wolverine numerous of times and to mind control him, to weaponize him. For him to be a powerful weapon to wipe out all mutants. Because Wolverine, alongside with Magneto and Charles Xavier, are the most powerful mutants alive. Wolverine cannot die. He can still feel pain from gunshots and stab wounds, yes. But the guy can literally not die. And it actually makes sense why Magneto will break him out as well, because in his loading screen description, it says, "I see such potential within you." Because Wolverine, again, is powerful, yes, but he has been constantly been hunted down by Weapon X Facility for a long time. Which I will have to guess Weapon X Facility must have kidnapped Peely because they thought he was a mutant because he's an anthropomorphic banana. Well, it makes sense for him to be experimented on alongside with Wolverine to see what makes him tick. And for Magneto, he was the most wanted mutant alive. Because the guy can control literally every metal, from inside the earth to anything. I mean, the guy can even level an entire city with the flick of his wrist if he wants to. Because Magneto wants to change the world. He wants people, like every human, to feel what every mutant felt. The sense of loss, of fear, and anything. That's what Magneto wanted. He wanted peace, but in his own way, which is messed up. I mean, everything about Magneto is always everything messed up. Which I'm not going to tell his backstory, because if you have already know anything about Magneto, you already know about his tragic backstory. I mean, the guy can even kill anyone with a coin! A coin! Like, wow. Anyways, and it actually was surprising for Wolverine to make his son return. Because the last time we saw Wolverine was in the Civil War comics, again, against the Imagined Order, when he was helping the Seven and Spider-Man. If you have the Civil War comics, if you want to be refreshed by the story itself, read it. It's an amazing story. And, not to mention, during the war, the Imagined sacrificed herself when to defeat her father, Geno. And Wolverine was literally threatened by the Order, the Imagined sister, that if she ever sees him again, he will die. But that will be impossible considering Wolverine cannot die because he can heal because he has a healing factor. And no, it's not his claws. The claws are not a part of his mutant powers. Just for those who are confused about Wolverine. His powers are literally healing. Not claws. Anyways. And here's another thing that tips the iceberg. The reason Wolverine will make his return is because the rest of the Avengers will also make their sudden return. Because another one of Magneto's quests was that we need to activate 3 Stark Rift Beacons. One at Sandy Steps, one in the Underworld, and one at Grand Glacier. Which actually gives us hyped up for the Marvel season. Which is fantastic. For the sudden return of Wolverine, which I'm guessing wearing the Weapon X outfit, to this also the return of the Avengers. But the question is, who'll be the villain? Well, no other than Doctor Doom himself. And the reason is that Doctor Doom has not been defeated by the Avengers. The guy just left and that was it. After when he killed Gunner, the guy just left and never came back. So Magneto would break Wolverine out so he can possibly help the Avengers to take on Doctor Doom. Because Doctor Doom is still a threat to the entire Marvel Universe. And Magneto saving Wolverine was, I guess, a kind for him. I mean, Magneto was once an X-Men member. Before he turned to the dark side, that is, because people would not understand how people will feel, specifically like his kind, as people in the X-Men comics called it. Not my words. Because again, the mutants were treated as freaks by society. Because people never understand how they feel. They always see them as disgusting freaks who have powers that can literally threaten the human race. But the rest of the people will not understand. And Magneto saving Wolverine from being weaponized, because we know Wolverine cannot be weaponized that easily, even with trying to be mind controlled. The guy would literally try to break out and try to find a way out. I mean, it's Wolverine, for crying out loud. I mean, I always love Wolverine. The guy was amazing. I mean, I also love Spider-Man, but anyways, moving on. So the role for Wolverine is that he will help us to defeat Doctor Doom pretty soon. But we're just going to have to wait until when Season 4 comes, after when we defeat Megalodon and defeat the other Wasteland Warriors. And with that said, thank you all so much for watching this video. And if you're hyped up for Wolverine's return alongside with Doctor Doom and the Avengers, we'll be hyped up for Season 4 pretty soon. A lot soon. Well, after we defeat the Wasteland Warriors, that is. Comment down below what your favorite thing about Fortnite creativity by your players, or even the new Fortnite game mode, Fortnite Reload. I still don't know why that rhymes. Anyways, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you won't miss any videos from me. And I'll see all of you in the next video. Bye!